Welcome, everyone. I am Jonathan Troen with the Self-Love Revolution. I'm so excited to be here with you today with Nagjna Abdullah, a weight loss coach. And before I jump in, I want to say I don't do a lot with weight loss coaches because self-love is about loving your body. And sometimes it's infused with not loving your body. But Nagina is so much about self-love as a part of the weight loss process that we had to do this. We spoke once. We're like, let's do this video together. So we're doing self-love for a healthy lifestyle. So we want to just jump in, but half of you know me and half of you know her. So I'll give you one line about me. I help you stop beating yourself up so you can become your own best friend and really live your life loving it, loving your health, loving your wealth, loving your relationships, and loving your community. And I'll turn it over to you, Nagina, so you can introduce yourself to my audience.
Absolutely. And Jonathan, I'm just so honored to be here because self-love is such an important and such a skill that we must build. And so when getting healthier, whether it's losing weight, getting more energy, whatever it may be, self-love is the reason that people succeed when they really love themselves in the journey. And it's something that I'm excited to talk about with you today, to learn even more strategies. So I'm Nagjna Abdullah. I am a weight loss coach for Midlife Women. I've helped over 1,500 women lose the weight that they want and keep it off in a sustainable way by creating a healthy lifestyle. And that's what we're talking about here.
I love that. All right. So we're going to go back and forth with our tips because we come from it from a slightly different perspective, but it's all really beautiful. So my tip number one is go to the mirror, look yourself in the mirror and say one kind thing to yourself. Ultimately, yeah, you want to say, oh, Jonathan, I love you. But jumping there can be hard. Pick one thing that you like about yourself and say that to yourself as if you're talking to a friend.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That makes such a difference. Thank you for sharing that. Well, my first strategy for self-love for a healthy lifestyle is different than what people talk about, and that is to eat more and not less. Because if you eat more foods that are healthy, and we're going to talk about what some of those are, then you will not crave the foods that you feel like you are in control, like you're out of control with. So eat more good foods and you will feel more in control and you will love yourself more during this journey.
I love that so much because so many times we try and do the difficult stuff and we're going to take stuff away from us. And this is totally opposite. And stay tuned because she's going to dig into the food and there's a whole metabolism boost coming up. We'll tell you about that. Tip number two, forgive yourself. Nagina spoke about this as a skill, and I call forgiveness the number one skill we've never been taught. We have to start forgiving ourselves. If you had a child who did something wrong, 3 or 4 years old, you just forgive them. We have to begin treating ourselves just like that and forgive ourselves for all the mistakes we've done our whole lives. We've all made them.
Oh my gosh, that is so important. And that is for so many things. And forgiveness is such a big thing when it comes also to getting healthier because we have to forgive ourselves for what we didn't know in the past. Like we didn't know that that was a diet and that it wasn't going to work. We didn't know that we were going to feel restricted. We were doing our best, but forgive yourself and just move forward because it's still possible. All the goals that you want are still possible when you find the right way. So the second one on my end is it's not a sprint to get healthier or lose weight. Know that your body has changed over years. So it takes time to get healthier. And that really having that understanding is a core being of having that self-love and that this didn't happen in a moment. So it's okay if it doesn't come off in a moment. That's not realistic.
Yeah, I love that because self-love and being kind to yourself and self-friendliness is not a sprint either. It's a marathon because we've been trained to beat ourselves up that we're not good enough. So here's tip number 3. Practice being uncomfortable, sitting in discomfort. The reason we eat things that aren't good for us or go shopping and watch TV and gamble or drink or do drugs, all these addictions that we have is because we don't like what we're feeling right now. usually sadness, anger or resentment or fear. Those are the big three. And we've all been told, don't be sad, don't be angry, don't be afraid. Be sad, be angry, be afraid. Don't wallow in it, but experience it. Allow yourself to experience what you are feeling in any moment. Don't try and change them. Then you won't go running towards those addictive things that begin to control our lives.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Okay, the next one is to have fun with flavor. Add flavors and spices to the food that you're eating. And I talked a little bit about what those foods are that are the ones that are you're going to eat more of. And those are things like protein more. Add spices onto there. Add some turmeric, add some cinnamon, add some cumin and coriander. Also add it to your veggies so that you can eat more of those foods. And then it goes back to the first one. You're not going to feel that you're out of control and hungry all day. You're going to feel satisfied and you're going to love what you're eating. It's going to be a fun journey.
That's my favorite one, by the way, add spices. I love that so much. And I am going to be doing that. All right, tip number 4, practice gratitude. And I know it's cliche, but if you think you're going to get away having a life of joy without gratitude, it's not going to happen. Every successful leader who is happy and joyful talks about gratitude. Why? Because it works. So grab a journal and start writing 5 things you're grateful for every single day.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. And so this next tip actually builds on that as well, which is allow yourself to uncover patterns that you can solve. And this comes often through journaling. So if you journal a few of those things, whether it's your, whatever, a few things that are important to you, that's going to really help you uncover patterns. So there's 3 things that you can journal that will help you uncover patterns. One of those is daily intentions. What are your intentions for the day? What are your wins for the day? And then what are your challenges to overcome? And then see what is coming up over and over and try to solve for that, because it's easier to solve an overall pattern than trying to kind of look and criticize yourself every single day. There's some reason that you're doing these things.
That is so important. You got to stop beating yourself up, acknowledge all the crap that went wrong. But if you're not celebrating your wins, you're just beating yourself up and miserable about everything. So now that you got your journal out, so you have gratitude in your journal, you got those in your journal. One more thing, and this is write a love letter to yourself. Just start it off, dear. So I would start it off, dear Jonathan, and write all the things about me. Hey, I really appreciate you, Jonathan, because of these things, and then sign it as either you, love, Jonathan, or your future self. If you join the self-love revolution, you'll learn about who your future self is. My future self is the good spirit. So often I'll write, dear Jonathan, and I'll write the great things about the day. And then I'll sign off, love, good spirit, because that is the future self that I am becoming. Whether you sign it as you, or you don't know who your future self is, you sign it as your future self, or you as you are today, write that love letter to yourself. Show yourself appreciation and kindness.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. And it's so true. The future self, that's such a powerful, just a powerful thing to talk to. So amazing. And oh my gosh, I'm so sad. This is the final one, but then we have some other gifts that we're going to share. But number 10 of the tips for self-love for a healthy lifestyle is to focus on energy and not pounds on the scale. And what that means is that when you are eating the right way, when you're treating yourself well, you're going to feel more energy, and the pounds on the scale are going to come as an after effect. But if you focus on energy first, then you will feel that energy instantly. So you'll know that you're making the right choices because you'll feel great right away. You won't be waiting for this effect of losing weight that sometimes doesn't really work to help us change our habits. So focus on energy, not on pounds on the scale is the final one that we're going to share today.
I love that, because you get what you measure. Right? So if you're just focusing on pounds, that's where your mind is. But if you lose weight and you still have low energy, who really cares? But if you focus on your energy and can boost that energy, that is just so powerful. And it gives you more energy to do all these other tips we've been talking about.
Hmm.
And Nagina, now you have this amazing metabolism boost that's coming up, which gives us that more energy so we can focus on energy. Can you share what exactly is this metabolism boost?
Oh, I am so excited to share it. So, I'm going to be hosting a live 5 day metabolism boost for midlife women. This is where I'm going to be teaching 5 different days workshops on how to boost your metabolism naturally. And day one is one of the most exciting days where we're going to be talking about the 4 part metabolism boosting breakfast routine and your morning routine. It starts with things like debloating waters, exact foods and sweet spices to add to your coffee and to your breakfast. And it's a real way to get your metabolism going immediately. And so we have that link below so that you can click on that and you can join us in the 5 day metabolism boost starting extremely soon. I would love to see you there. We're going to be going really deep on how to make it easy and make it fun and do it while you're loving yourself and adding self-love to your journey. And Jonathan, oh my gosh, so the metabolism boost I'm so excited about, but I'm also excited about your self-love community. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how we can find out more about the self-love community?
It's really cool. Yes, because all these, it really goes together. The kinder you are to yourself, the more you treat this body kindly and do these things, eat healthy, exercise, say kind things to yourself, do your journaling, the more you make time for that. The Self Love Revolution community is just a beautiful group of people. We gather together every week and we talk about these tools. You're going to know your future self. You're also going to know who your saboteurs are. You're going to learn really how to practice gratitude and forgiveness. We give you the meditations, the real tools for daily forgiveness. If there's one thing I've really changed in my life in the past 5 years, it's my daily forgiveness practice. So we go through all these tools. There's a masterclass to go along with it. It started off as the masterclass, but then I discovered people needed more support because we all hit roadblocks. It gets hard sometimes, especially if you're alone. So we created a community where we get together, you get coaching from me, we work together so you can get past your roadblocks into this not just journey, but a daily living of self-love, of self-forgiveness, of self-gratitude, which leads you to a better relationship with yourself. And most importantly, why do you want a better relationship with yourself? So that you can have better relationships with others. And you can find that, the link for that. Did you give your link
Oh, yeah.
for the metabolism boost?
Yeah, so let me give it, it's masalabody.com/boost. And you can also click on the link below.
And if you want to check the Self Love Revolution community out, it's selfloverevolution.com/love. Selfloverevolution.com/love. And yes, there's a link below for that also.
Oh my gosh, this has been so amazing, Jonathan. Really, self love is such a key part of getting healthier. They're so intertwined. In order for it to stay permanent and for it to be an actual lifestyle change, self love is one of the top things to integrate. And nobody's talking about this, and this is what I have seen is one of the success factors in actually creating a lifestyle.
I love that. This goes together. I hope you join one of us in the journey, maybe both of us, but pick one, start today. Pick any one of these tips that we gave you. Pick them all. Your life really changes. But pick one, I promise you, your life will change. Nagina, this is great. Thank you so much for everything you shared.